Now more than ever, we see the importance of washing our hands. We are in the midst of a global pandemic, one that we have seen spread much faster than we thought that it would. This is in part due to people not washing their hands. It's surprising, but we've even seen tutorials and instruction videos coming out about how to wash your hands properly. I would hope that all of us know how to wash our hands. We've been taught since a young age in our school system, and we've also seen signs all the time in public restrooms prompting us to wash our hands before we leave. I would say I'm credible to talk about this because I've been certified in my food handlers twice, and I've also certified as a nanny. So for each of those, I've had to undergo thorough training in sanitary practices. So today, I'm going to tell you to properly wash your hands, to regularly wash your hands, and why it is important that we wash our hands. First, I would like to tell you how to wash your hands. Generally, the most effective way to wash your hands is at least for 20 seconds, but the longer you wash them for, the cleaner they're going to be. So the CDC discussed in an article titled "Show Me the Science, How to Wash Your Hands," last updated in March of 2020 this year, that we should be washing our hands thoroughly by lathering them with soap and water and washing the backs of our hands, underneath our fingernails like this, and in between our fingers as well. Also, we're supposed to be rinsing them thoroughly and drying them. The reason we have to dry them is because germs travel better on wet hands. And also, we should be using paper towels rather than hand towels because we don't want those germs to build up on those hand towels. And this is stated by Family Doctor, last updated April 2020, in Hand Washing and Coronavirus, COVID-19. Now that I've told you how to wash your hands, I would like to tell you when you should be washing your hands. These are just a few examples. There are many more times that we should be washing our hands, but the CDC discussed, last updated in April 2020, in When and How to Wash Your Hands, that anytime we come in contact with possibly contaminated items, we should be washing our hands. Also, we should be washing our hands before eating or before making food. This is because we don't want to ingest those germs that could be possibly infectious, but we also don't want to infect other people if we are giving food to others. So we don't want to allow the spread of germs that way. Another time we should be washing our hands is after sneezing or coughing. Sneezing or coughing allows easy and fast spread of germs, and we want to wash our hands after we sneeze and cough. That way we don't touch and contaminate items because viruses can live on surfaces for several days, so we don't want to infect any surfaces. Now that I've told you when you should be washing your hands, I would like to tell you why it's important to wash your hands. Washing your hands, of course, prevents the spread of germs. In Hand Washing by Erica Dean, written in March 2017, she discusses that the overuse and misuse of antibiotics can be dangerous. This is because bacteria can develop an antibiotic resistance, and this happens when we constantly use antibiotics if it's not necessary. So if you have a small illness and you use antibiotics, your bacteria can build up a resistance, and when you have a severe illness, your bacteria might fight that antibiotic and it won't work. Also, COVID-19 is a lot more infectious than the flu. Some figures, the flu, one person can infect 1.3 people, and with COVID, one person will infect 3 people. So if 1.3 people who have the flu, if one person infects 1.3 people with the flu, and that goes on for around 10 rounds, you are responsible for 14 cases of the flu. But if we're talking about COVID, if one person infects 3 people, then those 3 people infect 3 more people, and so on for 10 rounds, you are responsible for 59,000 cases of COVID-19. And this is stated by Kira Giordano in March 2020, this year, in an article titled "Coronavirus is Very, Very Infectious. Doctor explains how one person can infect 59,000 others." So today I discussed 3 things. I told you to wash your hands properly, I told you to wash them regularly, and I'm telling you why it's important that you wash your hands. In today's day, COVID-19 is very infectious, and it's very important that we wash our hands not only for our own health, but for the health of others. Some people may not show symptoms and they may not be at risk, but other people are very highly at risk. And it's very important that we help protect each other. So save a life and wash your hands.